I'll be honest, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. It's the night, well, the end to the nighttime. I found this for free on YouTube. I haven't seen this film since 2012. I might do one of these for the previous movie, and if I do, I'll upload that before this. But I'm a big Silent Hill fan of the movies. I remember seeing this back in 2012. It being a piece of shit. Got uploaded for free on YouTube, so I'm gonna watch it. 3, 2, 1. That would be random and fun. As the Lionsgate logo appears with the gears. Those are the gears going in my head, going, what the fuck are you doing, Matt? Why are you watching this fucking movie? You know what? To rant on a film and do a commentary for fun. At least, they got the siren, and then going from the real world to the dark world. So that was nice. And they killed that, so I guess they knew I was liking it. Okay, like the first movie, you have the music from the game. I appreciate that. I remember I'm playing the first game. Oh, now you killed the music. See, I said I like the music, and the movie told me to go fuck myself. As soon as I said I like the music, it said fuck it, and it killed the music. Now, Silent Hill Revelation is based on the Silent Hill 3 game, which was creepy and atmospheric, and here you have fucking jump cuts for some reason, and a bunch of people in robes ready to sing Kumbaya. The carnival, creepy part of the game in the beginning, pull you into it, but now this director has a fixation with fish, dead fish for some reason, up close. There's a rabbit that you saw in the Silent Hill 3, and it made an appearance in Silent Hill 4, The Room. Maybe as a jump scare in 3, 2, 1. See, I haven't seen this for like 6 years. I guessed it. Cheap ass jump scares. Did, did the director not realize that Silent Hill is about mood and atmosphere and Pyramid Head? Why the fuck is Pyramid Head in this or the first movie? It was for Silent Hill 2, for the character's like judgment on himself because of what he did. He was blaming himself. A bunch of S&M guys are not scary to me. I don't care what your fetish is. It's the emo bitch. I know in the sort of like you have a soul, it got split into a good and evil part. And now I'm just thinking of Johnny Cash. In a burning ring of fire. Went down, down, down in a burning ring of fire. Yeah, a bunch of shitty CGI fire. That's why I wanted a Silent Hill movie. How far are we in? 3 minutes in, a bunch of shitty CGI fire. That's great. And Sean the Bean, who does not die. It's one of the few roles he's played he doesn't die. In the first movie or this. Which is weird because when you play Silent Hill 3 game, the dad did die. The dad was the lead in the first game. And that's the thing. I mean, Sean Bean, he's not bad acting wise, but just the Hitcher remake, that was such a shitty. No one can touch Rutger Hauer. They're just the Hitcher remake is to me one of the worst remakes, and he's the star of it. So I think that's why I get sort of the bad rap on Sean Bean from. Okay, he a dream within a dream. Wow, how much bullshit have we had in 4 minutes? A fucking time. We've had a dream within a dream. We've had as subtle as a fucking jackhammer up your ass. And we've had cheap jump scares. Dream within a dream. No atmosphere or mood creeping up like in Silent Hill 3 where you had to go on the roller coaster and maybe you hear it come. And we get a Pop-Tart jump scare! A fucking Pop-Tart jump scare. How about this? You know, your ass cheeks look like a toaster director, so put the Pop-Tarts up your ass, please. Put the glazed Pop-Tart up your ass, frosting and all. When the fucking stuff come down as brown, it ain't fucking cinnamon. Yeah, I got a little bit to drink for this. Pretty much about how these characters have moved. It's seeping back to me. It's like PTSD, you know. It seeps back into you. And that's not against anyone who has real PTSD. It's just a joke, folks. But I mean, the Silent Hill games, I enjoy the first four. I actually want to pick up more. I want to pick up Homecoming, Downpour, Silent Hill Origins. They're a bit too pricey right now, but I would love to play more. I wish that PT game was made. Oh, she gets her vest for her birthday. It's like, hey, let me give you your costume from the game. That's what this whole scene's about. Let me give you the costume from the game. And I don't know if I can really knock the acting with what they're given. I mean, they're doing the best that they can with the fucking script stories. But I mean, I find it funny that the best Silent Hill game they completely bypassed Silent Hill 2, but that's because Silent Hill 1 and 3 do link up with each other. But Silent Hill 1, the movie, in case I don't do it, if I do it, then this is repeated information. But if I don't do the first movie, the commentary, that's a mixed bag. Like it's great visually and music wise, but as a fan, what they do with the story, characters, the dialogue, the way it ends is unsatisfying. They do with the cop character, what they do with her, a lot of frustration, huge frustration. But I mean, again, there's some good visuals and music. This one doesn't even have that. Well, the music sometimes, but once I talked about the music, it fucking killed itself. It's like, oh, you're talking positive, you gotta die. So Sean Bean's looking at the book, pretty much she's been remembering. He's going to try to put it away in this box where I'm sure his other dildos and pocket pussies are at. And another thing about these Silent Hill games is they really had this creepy mood and atmosphere. It wasn't about action. And you could go in depth on the themes of guilt and your inner demons coming out in a possible physical form. Okay, now we do a flashback to... Because the ending of the first movie, Rhoda Mitchell was trapped in the other world with the little girl. And here's Rhoda Mitchell's cameo. Who looks albino for some reason. Yeah, why can't you come back? Only one of us can come through. Well, that's convenient. They'll come looking. Didn't she kill all of them in the first movie at the end? And also, at the end of the first movie, I swear I remember they hinted big time that the little girl was evil. Well, that the evil part got into the little girl because she has this look and she looks at the camera, and then Rhoda Mitchell is trapped at the end of the first one. So didn't they hint that the evil portion got into the girl? So what? They completely bypassed that and oh nope, it didn't happen. Yeah, it did. I remember seeing the fucking thing. But now I just nope, that's not the case. Again, I swear at the end of the first one, they're like, oh, which soul is it? Her real girl or is it the evil girl? And they hinted it was the evil girl, but apparently not. That's what you do when you change shit from the game and all this creepy stuff that's in Silent Hill 3 you couldn't put into the game. I mean, into the movie. Well, I remember this scene where you're in like a bathroom or something. You're in a room and there's a big mirror, and then you watch the reflection, and the mirror sort of gets bloodier and bloodier. Okay, she's looking at a homeless man. What is it gonna be? Jacob's Ladder? Oh, a butt face. The homeless guy looked like a butt face. What the fuck? Like a really messed up butt face. Now this guy with the coat and the almost fedoras. That's a big character in the Silent Hill 3 game, but they do absolutely nothing with him in this. He's in like two scenes, if I remember. Isn't he like in this and like one other scene? Then he fucking dies. I'm like, what the fuck? He was a big part of the game, and he was like a major character in the game. He was with the lead until the end. But I was saying real quick on that scene, like she's looking at the reflection, and then it starts getting bloodier and bloodier. Like what the fuck? And then it starts infecting the real world, and like this blood sort of seeps out as if it was veins. And now you have the lead in a classroom. That's another thing about the Silent Hill games that the movies did not understand for some reason. Part of the appeal of Silent Hill, the games, is isolation. You were by yourself. You met like maybe five fucking people as she talks about how she's been moving around from school to school. She, in the first game, you have your daughter, the female cop, well, maybe Alessa Gillespie, the nurse, and the doctor. And Silent Hill 2, there's the little girl, there's the woman looking for her mom, there's the overweight guy, there's Maria. And Silent Hill 3, there's like the guy with the fedora. There was another guy, I forget his name. And there was another woman who was kind of the woman in the first game. Like, you count on one hand, that's how many characters you meet. But the point is that you were isolated and alone and by yourself. And here it's like, in the first movie, there's like a town full of 100 people. And here's a school with like 100 fucking kids. What the fuck? Of course, right when I say it, then the movie's like, oh shit, he's talking shit. There's no one there. What are you talking about, man? There's no one there. School seat's empty. It's empty. It's empty. Yeah, really good creepy images. I will say the first movie at least had some nice imagery. At least, like the director of the first one, Christoph Gans, it's like he understood the visuals, just, but that's it. Here we got a bunch of kids. What is this? Children of the Corn, Village of the Damned. It's that fucking Village of the Damned. I mean, this director, I don't, oh yeah, I don't even know who the fuck the director of this film is. But even this film looks cheaper. Cheap as fuck. Maybe shouldn't you put your money into the 3D that no one gave a fuck about? Like, why did Silent Hill need to be a 3D sequel? Oh, because Resident Evil, they did a 3D sequel. And you have the one monster that was in the games. Especially the first game, and he was in the first movie. And then Snapshot, and then this guy who you find out is working with the bad guys, is supposed to lead her, but then in like fucking 3 hours of movie time, he falls in love with her and is a boyfriend. I don't remember ever a fucking boyfriend character in the Silent Hill 3 game. And people's like, well, why does it have to be 100% adapted? Has there ever been a video game adaptation, like movie, that's been 100% faithful? Has there been? If there is, please feel free. If there hasn't been, how about you give it a try? You know, just thinking, why don't you give it a try for once? And there's some video game movies I don't mind. I like Mortal Kombat, the first one. I like Lara Croft Tomb Raider, the first one. I like Doom. It needed more action, though. And I'm eating peanuts, if you're wondering. Dry roasted. Oh, there's a guy in the fedora, so I guess he's in 3 scenes, guys. I know he's in like 1 more. Then he dies for some fucking reason. I just like, hey, if you played the game, here's a twist. Fuck your twist. Take your dick, put it in a fucking pretzel for a twist. Sean the Beanie Baby. He's not a bad actor. I mean, he was the villain, I think, in GoldenEye, and he was good in that. And he's not doing a bad job in the movie. Idea, it was just like the Hitcher remake. Just bugged the fuck out of me, so anyone associated with that, just I'm a huge fan of the Hitcher. And he got taken by the Darkness Falls. The Shadow knows, and the Shadow grabbed his ass. I probably won't crunch on this too much, it'll be annoying for those watching. Like, did the director ever play a fucking Silent Hill game? Does he know that his atmosphere and not being able to see much and stuff that's like hidden, and you're like, what's out there amongst the fog, amongst the dark? No, it's a fucking birthday party with, is this fucking Pennywise? Is this like the remake of It before the remake of It? Stick those balloons up your culo. Alessa, okay, that was her. What was the name of the woman then? If it wasn't Alessa Gillespie, what was it? I forget it. And what's up with these like fucking kids with weird ass makeup and this weird stupid slow mo like, and then they're eating like chunky blood. Like what? The director's a fucking vegan? Is that what it is? Like what the fuck does that have to do with Silent Hill? Like eating, and that clown looked like the clown from Twisted Metal. Like what's like? Ooh, let me eat stuff and it's bloody, and now another wannabe butt face. Or kind of like Arse face from that Preacher comic book. And then what is this? Like the beginning of the Evil Within? Like a guy upside down and getting cut up? Is this the Evil Within video game adaptation? It would fit more in that than Silent Hill. Or, you know, Texas Chainsaw Massacre maybe. Like what is this? Like take a piece and you put on a fucking frying pan? Was this Outlast? Outlast Whistleblower? I don't even know if those games were out before. They're like, how the fuck does that Silent Hill? Did the director and writers ever play Silent Hill, or was like, hey, what's that? Let me watch a video. Okay. My guy was going to die in about a minute. And what was the point of having this character in the movie then, if you're not going to do anything with? Like, really, what is the point of this sequence within the movie? I guess just exposition of just her going. She doesn't remember much, and her going. You, I guess he's a PI who was sent to find her, and I told them where you were. You gotta escape. If you hear that, it's one of my cats. Even he's crying because I'm watching this fucking movie. I know, cat, but I did it myself. And then, ooh, fingers got cut off because of 3D. Who gives a fuck about the 3D? Three dicks in my face. Guess what? You can't watch on 3D at home. Maybe you buy the official Blu-ray. I don't know. Maybe it's a 3D thing, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's not. And then this wannabe Cenobite. That's what this thing looks like. It looks like a wannabe Cenobite. I don't remember this character in the Silent Hill 3 game. It's been a while since I played Silent Hill 3, but I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't. And yeah, this is essential care, but now he's dead. Bye bye. Goes up in the ceiling. And then, like, at least the Silent Hill games, they had some semblance of subtlety. Yes, there were moments that made go, oh shit, but it was this underlying mood and atmosphere, isolation. You were by yourself. You had limited vision because of fog or because it was dark. You only had one little light, and this ongoing mood that built up. And here it's I'm surprised fucking Blumhouse didn't fucking produce this movie. I don't even know if Blumhouse was around. Well, I'm sure they were around 2012. Yeah, I'm surprised fucking Blumhouse didn't do this movie. Oh, there's blood. Let me take you off so I can be in my outfit from the game. There you go. There's the vest. Again, there's like I keep repeating. There's good set pieces in Silent Hill 3, the game. Why didn't you try to recreate those? Like I said, the bloody room and the mirror, and then it starts being becoming that in the room you're in, like a virus. Uh, oh, Michael Berryman. No, not really. I just see a bald guy in a horror movie. I just think of Michael Berryman from Hills of Eyes and Weird Science. Or like there's the bit I think it was in Silent Hill 3 where it's like a little haunted house, but it was like ooh haunted house, but then there was some really creepy stuff in it. The beginning with the roller coaster where you literally have to get on the roller coaster track and you're running and I had some nice creepy ambiance and mood, which this movie does not fucking have. And yeah, let's take a character that was primal. That's not the word I'm looking for. It was a primary character in the game, and let's just kill him. And these cops suck ass. They have a picture of the girl they're looking for, and she's like 3 feet away, and they can't see her. And then this fucking guy, like, why do we need this guy in the movie? Like, if you don't have the one guy in Silent Hill 3, then have it, but we don't need a fucking boyfriend character. Again, the characters They're by themselves. That what made it creepier. Is that you're by your fucking self. You're isolated. You're alone. It's like in the later Resident Evil games, where they start pairing you up with people, like in Resident Evil 5. Originally, that was supposed to be by. Someone told me about the Resident Evil 5 game. It was originally going to be just Chris by himself, but it was labeled racist because he was shooting black people. I'm like, but it's in Africa. Yeah, but he's shooting black people and he's white, so it's labeled racist. So he has to have a person who is of color, so it won't be racist. It's just the dumbest shit with people, man. And then this guy's having fun on the fucking bus. He's ready to jump some bones. I'm surprised he's not fucking the seat in front of him. Fuck you, Jim Carrey, when you're 80 years old. Shush, old man. But then in the later Resident Evil games, they kept fucking having you paired with someone. It's like, no, let me just be by my fucking self. And you pretty much were in Resident Evil 7. I never played it because I don't have the systems for it, but I've seen friends of mine play it. It seems like a really cool game. That's why they. And now, I mean, this is exposition pretty much of. This guy sucks. Gives a fuck, man. Shut up. Pretty much, oh, my mom committed me. Because you're shitty acting? Maybe it's not the actor's fault. Maybe it's just a shitty script, but. Oh, look, the old man has the bunny from their dream. Yeah, that bunny was also in Sound Hill 4 The Room, where you looked into the neighbors, and at one point during the game, as she turns and looks at you through the peephole. It's just exposition trying to develop these two fucking characters like I give a fuck about. We don't need a goddamn romantic plot in the fucking Silent Hill movie. Unless you don't do like Silent Hill 2, where it's much deeper. Is that really a good pickup line? You're goofy fun inside. At least you didn't say gooey fun. That'd be a different thing. Now, if I don't do the counter for the first movie, I did play Silent Hill the first time. Back in the day, you had these video game magazines where you actually buy a magazine off the rack and it would have a disc with a bunch of demos and previews for video games. And one of them had a trailer for Silent Hill that made me curious. And then I got it on PS1 back in the day, loved it, absolutely loved it. And then after that, played Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 3 is a good one. Silent Hill 4 is hard. It wasn't meant to be a Silent Hill game. Silent Hill 4 The Room, it was going to be a different game. And then it's not really Silent Hill game, but that's a game that I think would have worked best as a movie. Because I think it has one of the better stories for Silent Hill. But, you know. Just like you're actually trapped in your room, and then you gotta go through these portals in your room. This whole scene is pretty much she realizes her dad's gone. There's on the wall, go to Silent Hill. Which in the game, after all this crazy stuff where you're in nightmares by yourself, you meet the guy with the fedora, and sooner or later you come back to your home, and you find your dad dead. You don't see his face, but you see him dead in a chair, and he's been murdered. And then that's that was the lead in the first game. And she's very sad about the death of her father, and she goes back because she wants revenge to kill. And that's sort of the thing, like, do you fulfill your vengeance, or do you take the higher road? Because you get some deeper themes, and we can't have that, though, in the fucking Silent Hill movie for some reason. Didn't have in the first movie. Hell, if Rhoda Mitchell's trapped in there, might as well make the plot, let's go back to rescue her. There's no other way to get out of there. There's some fucking seal you found in between the first movie and this one. Maybe there's a second seal. Or find a way to, I'm gonna go back and, like, the whole story could be, I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna get my mom out of there. So I'm gonna travel to that world to get her out. That could have been the story, but no. Maybe Rhoda Mitchell's like, fuck that. A cameo and that's it. You were asking why the cops are there? She was just at a crime scene where they picked up her photo and they said her name. Of course they don't find where you live. You don't need to call cops at all. The fuck are you asking? Why are the cops here? I don't know. I was at a crime scene. They had my photo. But why are the cops here? My question is, why the fuck weren't they there earlier? Fuck you, it's bad, lady. Then this fucking guy with his puffy hair. Any minute I was going to be the Soul Glow. These writings on the wall called Lou Diamond Phillips from the first Power. Why? Because LDP for life, that's why. Now we got this fucking boring ass couple. Look at this, we're a third of the way into the goddamn movie. We're 31 minutes in. Thankfully it's an hour and 34 minutes. 30 fucking minutes in, what have we really gotten for scares or horror or ambience or atmosphere? We got a bunch of people eating fucking red juicy shit. Because I guess the guy hates meat, the director or the writers, the fucking vegans or something. We got a rabbit going, boop. Okay, it's a flashback to Sean Bean killing a guy because he's cult of people. The cult of personality. Like, they took like interesting like stories and made you fucking mundane. And Sean Bean was one of the worst parts of the first movie was him looking around, which you could easily cut all those fucking parts out. It would have helped the pacing. And in fact, I think there are fan cuts people made where they actually cut all the Sean Bean scenes out, and I never saw them, but I guarantee it would fucking work fine. I'm sure they were adding because the people are confused. Well, make them fucking work for it. Was it Ancient Indian Burial Grounds in the game? I don't remember that. Unless I haven't played the games in a while. Maybe. Is it called Resurrect because they wanted God? Kind of the ending of the first game and stuff. The ghost town that burns forever. That's the thing, is that in the games thought it was fog, but in the movie they make it apparent that's not fog, it's ash. I'm like, okay, fog, ash, okay. I didn't get mad at that change or anything. Okay. Of course, you have a picture of Pyramid Head. Who the fuck drew all these pictures? Like, how the fuck did they know all these pictures? Guardian. Guardian Executioner. Jesus Christ. Pyramid Head is now fucking Guardian. Or Guardian of the Galaxy. Or Rise of the Guardians. Or The Guardian with Kevin Costner. It's James Sunderland and object of his guilt and pain and wanting to wanting to kick his own ass, wanting to stay in the realm of making himself pay for his own crimes. Now he's a fucking guardian. He's a bodyguard for you or something. Executioner, whatever the fuck. Both. And like we can't even have like, oh, let's gather this information in an interesting manner. Like that was another thing about the games, that you would look through the town and you would find little clues in interesting ways, in weird ways. Like it's in this little hole in the ground, you gotta take something and pull it out, or it's in this little fucked up box and you open it and there's a clue. And no, it just boom, here's a book. Just read the whole book. Now we know everything. So you just made it like not that interesting, not that intriguing, not that part of a mystery. Part of a mystery is looking for the clues, and how do you find the clues? God damn, man. I know my face is brighter because I have the fucking thing now. Jacked in. Yeah, I'd rather be jacked in off on my face. Right now, she's destroying a whole town as if it's Roland Emmerich movie. Yep, yes, this is totally Silent Hill. Fucking superpower. She's X-Men. Was she Jean Grey? Hey, director, there is creepy stuff in this, right? It's a Silent Hill movie. You can't have creepy stuff in this sometimes. It's not against the law to have some atmosphere and dread and ambiance. I'm trying to be Rupert Everett. It's like I think they kind of try to have a character like this in Silent Hill 3, but he was, not like this and not like a boyfriend. Again, you knew this character for like what? In movie time, a couple hours, and all of a sudden. Oh my god, man. Bless is the great evil of the world. Yeah, so this fucking movie. Spend this whole 3 hours with you. After spending 3 hours with you, every step of the 3 hours, like every half hour he lied. Watch if she's a scanner, you get pissed off, go blow your head off. What is like Incredible Hulk thing? She gets angry and things fucked up. God, this is so fucking clunky-headed bullshit. God damn, I want to throw myself out this fucking window. Jesus Christ. Of Latter-day Saints. So now they're going to the Dark World. And not Thor the Dark World. Losing it with this fucking movie, man. Oh, even with the way they lit it like a fucking music video. Like it's the Crow City of Angels or something. I think that's the problem with the lighting. They lit like some fucking like the Crow City of Angels, like a fucking music video. And then you got this fucking wannabe Cenobite bitch at the end. Just stay black forever. No. Oh, we were only in that world for like, I don't know, a whole minute, so we can't have that in a Silent Hill movie. You could literally take the game, edit it into a 90-minute movie, and it would be 100 times fucking creepier, more atmospheric, and better than this fucking thing. I bet it's on fucking YouTube too, that you could easily do it. Hell, you could do that, and then when you make a movie, let's make this, except live action. If you think the dialogue and the acting is clunky in the game, guess what? That's something you can improve with a movie. So if people go, well, the acting and dialogue in the games are clunky. Guess what? In a movie, you can do better. That's sort of the thing with the movie. You can do better with that. And this shit here, when she's outside, even in the first movie, it looked better. Here, it looked fucking cheap ass green screen bullshit. Might as well be a fucking sci-fi channel film. I'm guessing because of the fucking 3D, because they want to make it look like you're part of it, but then home video looks like shit. So we're getting welcome to Silent Hill 42 minutes in. Bro, I fucking know, man. God, this is cheap jack horse shit. Wait, I'm ready for Mr. Smith to come out and go, Mr. Anderson, welcome back. We missed you. Ashes, ashes, we all fell down. And don't get back up either, please. Oh, just the way, I don't know, the cinematography. Like, I don't know, it's like a blurry effect or it's a. Is that because I'm seeing it? I mean, I remember seeing this back in the day on. I think did I rent the DVD or the Blu-ray? I can't remember. It's when I worked at a video store, and it looked the same as this. I do remember that. It wasn't much of an improvement. I mean, I guess this is the closest you can get to Silent Hill, but relax, bye. Relax. We'll make it. Then we have the girl from the woman from the first movie. Now we got this flashback to what happened because we gotta overly explain every fucking thing. I don't remember this character being innocent. I remember being sort of the villain of the game. They just want to change shit for the game as if we know better. Yeah, if you know so much fucking better, then why did this film get trashed by fans, by critics, made no money, and there's no more Silent Hill movies? Hell, they made what, 18 fucking Resident Evil movies? 2 Silent Hill movies. That's how fucking bad this movie was. Even the first movie didn't do that well. But I guess maybe VHS, like DVD or something, did okay enough to do a sequel. Took the innocent part of her soul, the last part of it, and put it into a newborn child, which was you.
Where is my father? There is nothing you can do to save him without damning yourself. I don't care. Just tell me what you know.
Sorry, I'm trying to listen to the dialogue so I can get some kind of handling. They really love this effect of the fucking shit changing. It worked well in the first scene. We saw it in the first Silent Hill movie. But to keep doing it, it's not creepy or cool. What was great in the games is that either you're in there from the beginning and you're steep, or like Silent Hill 3, it'd be like this reveal. Oh shit, like. I keep repeating the same fucking things. Yes, director, we get it. There's a pink fucking bunny in the game. You put it in every other 5 fucking seconds. Now it's on the couch and there's a little bunny on the cage. Is that all you got from the fucking game? Do you have a bunny fetish? Do you want to fuck the bunny? Her name's not Lola Bunny. You don't need to fuck it. It's not Judy Hopps. Where the fuck? I think of other rabbits. I don't know. Bud Bunny, whatever the fuck. Roger Rabbit. Whatever you fuck the fetish director, you can't fuck him or her. Whatever your preference. Maybe both, maybe neither. Maybe you're pansexual too. I don't know. Like Lando, apparently. Stop the bunny fetish. Now we got mannequins. It's been a while since I played Silent Hill 3. If there were mannequins or such in that. This really does make me want to play the Silent Hill games, but I want to get the rest of them. Because I've never played Homecoming and Downpour. I've never played Origins. One day I will, though. I don't even want to watch the screen. I want to watch this out my fucking window. Just watch the fucking sun. Blind my fucking eyes. People, it's not that bad. It's not fucking good either. There's not a damn good thing I can say about this fucking movie. I don't know what's worse, this or the Resident Evil movie sequels. I don't know which is worse. I almost want to say this is worse. More insulting to me. I like the Resident Evil games. Um, I would say I'm more of a Silent Hill fan though, but I do like Resident Evil games. My favorite's 4, then 2. I like 1. I like 3. Never played the remake. 5 and 6 I did not like at all, and 7 again I don't have the. Who is this lady? She's turned to a mannequin, I guess, for some reason. For some reason, she turned to a mannequin. Okay. Fucking Cocoon was this aliens now? Oh, that's right. I remember this fucking thing, man. Pretty much we get this girl so that we can have someone to throw in front of us so that we don't die. This stupid fucking mannequin monster, like, it's just clusterfuck. That's what it is. A big fucking cluster. That looks silly as shit and CGI garbage. Fucking garbage. They literally picked up the mannequin head. Ooh, like that's scary apparently to the director. It's creepy. See Markiplier, he steered mannequins. But it's not even like a creepy looking mannequin. It's just like a bunch of clusterfuck. Cluttered shit. Trying to walk like a fucking monkey who's drunk and got a banana up his ass. Like 50 fucking arms and 13 legs and what is scary about or creepy about this fucking thing? Are you unless you're afraid of CGI? You're scared of bad CGI, does he be scared? There's this thing trying to have the alien ton come out. The xenomorph ton. Mouth within a mouth. Yep. Told you, you have to have that girl so we can have someone to die. There must have been an easy paycheck for Sean Bean. He only had like a couple scenes to talk and now just hang around. And now we got Sally Carrie-Ann Moss. Man, they go from the Matrix films to bullshit like this. I feel sorry for Carrie-Ann Moss. I like Carrie-Ann Moss. She was in this pretty good flick called Suspect Zero with Aaron Eckhart and Ben Kingsley. That's a very underrated film. Much better than this. Suspect Zero, I recommend. Now we got a bunch of cult members talking to the guy with Trader and Carrie-Ann Moss with her albino hair. Sean being tied up, getting an easy paycheck. You know, if you don't pay me, they just hang around like this. I'd fucking do it. Pay me, I'll do it. Can't blame Sean B for taking the paycheck. Oh my fucking god, man. Again, I just asked the makers and the writers, did they even play the fucking game? It's like they saw highlights. I can't even say that because you would think they'd try to recreate some of the highlights. It's just they said, tell me the plot of the game. Well, here's a picture of what some of the characters look like, and there's someone with a carnival at the beginning, and then someone with the dad. and then she gotta go to Silent Hill, and then something else happens. Okay. You can't tell me the makers of this played the games. I call bullshit on that. Just story wise, depth wise, inner demon wise, creep factor wise, atmosphere wise, ambience wise, lighting wise. Stop making it look like a fucking whole music video. Silent Hill is not a music video. I don't know why I keep thinking of that with the lighting of this. I'm sure people are like, what the fuck are you talking about? I just keep thinking of that one movie, The Crow City of Angels, with that fucking orange yellow look to it. I don't know why that makes me think of music videos. The one good thing to say about this movie is it's fucking mercifully shorter than the first movie. Because the first movie is like over 2 hours long. This is an hour and 34 minutes. But I still. Like, okay, so I'm almost 2/3 into the fucking movie. Since the last time I bitched about that, what has happened the last half hour? The boyfriend from 3 hours got taken. The attack of this garbage CG mannequin. Might as well call him dumb fuck. Or der. Now she's in this asylum. She gets a tea. Yeah, it appears by Carrie Ann Moss. Which, God, now that reminds me of the ending of this fucking film where she gets in a WWF match with fucking Pyramid Head. Jesus. I know it's WWE, but I call it WWF because I prefer WWF. I know they had to change it because of the World Wildlife Foundation, but to me, it's still World Wrestling Federation. That's when it was good, when it was WWF. From like the 80s to the Attitude Era is WWF. See, I'd rather talk about that than this. So she's looking in the asylum. Creature with like the brain showing, like a big hole in the mouth. Good, at least you shot him in the head. You killed one thing. Just now that I think about it, there hasn't even been a lot of monsters when you think about it. What, maybe the homeless guy you saw briefly, the thing with the swords that you see a couple times, which I think is Carrie Ann Moss's character, you find out. That thing, the mannequin thing, like, you barely have seen any monsters. Now that I think about it, for fuck's sake. Or the one from the first movie. Well, kind of like one hand. I'm not talking about different kinds of monsters. I'm talking about actual times we've seen monsters. And I love when people. Again, you could take the video games, you edit a 90-minute movie and just recreate that fucking 90 minutes. Lighting, music. If you think the acting's shabby, you can improve on that. If you think the dialogue's shabby, you can improve on that. That's one thing about the first movie. I mean, one of the Roger Avery was it? Helped write fucking Pulp Fiction with Quentin Tarantino. You would think he'd be able to write dialogue better than he did in that movie. Oh, but the game, then make it better. I will say Rodden Mitchell in the first movie wasn't that bad acting. Now, for some reason, Malcolm McDowell. I don't remember this character in the game either. Either I haven't played the game forever, and or this character isn't in it. I don't know.
I'm looking for my father. He's inside.
It's just weird that Malcolm McDowell is in this kind of role where he's just a blind guy chained up by his arms and neck. Those are the cries of people watching this fucking movie.
Like yours is. I have half of this. Will it help me?
The other half is between my ass cheeks. Now go get it. Yeah, he's a little bit blind, lady. He can't see. It's like the guy's blind. It's like, I got this. He's like, you dumb bitch. I'm fucking blind. At least she put the gun to his head. I'll give credit to that.
You know what it is.
Again, this is just like a bunch of exposition scenes with no creepy, atmospheric, the soul of the game in it. It's like here's exposition 1, exposition 2, exposition 3.
I need to find the other half.
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta say, I might want to backtrack on what I said about the acting of this girl. I don't know. Maybe it's the writing or directing. He stuck the piece inside of him, and now he can see? Shoot him. You got a fucking gun, shoot him. Don't say. Well, shows how stupid Malcolm McDowell is. Should have seen the gun. Well, at least here they're trying to have, like, you can't see, so the lights are blinking on and off, and her fighting a monster in the dark. I'm not saying it's that effective, but I mean, at least that's a little bit something. Knocked her out easily, I guess. Now it's carrying her. Made it easier for her to grab that fucking thing. It's like a big shining thing like grab me, and she just grabs it. Like that fucking easy. That was pretty damn simple. Fucking moron. Here's a big fucked off hole. And I'm gonna carry her so that she's facing this way. Oh. Pretty I mean. Another thing about it, what was the point of that entire scene with Dr. McDowell? Like, what was the entire point of that scene? She didn't get anything from it. Did she really learn any information she didn't know? Like, wasn't creepy or scary. Well, I guess it was trying to be scary. But really, what was the point of that whole fucking scene? Well, other than, oh shit, Dr. McDowell, we can have him in the movie. Stop talking to yourself, that's my job. Well, I'm talking to you guys, but essentially I'm talking to myself. Bunch of inmates trying to grab her hair. It's the son of 100 maniacs called Freddy Krueger. And now we got Pyramid Head, which once cuts a guy's arms off. It seems like, I mean, it does seem like he's helping her because he's cutting these assholes' arms off. But they completely missed the point of Pyramid Head in these movies. They completely missed the point so far off the grid. They're not even in the same country. They're not even on the same fucking planet. They missed the whole point of Pyramid Head. They completely missed. Or they completely did not give a flying fuck about. That was a fucking guardian. Or where the executioner or guardian, where the fuck. He's both. It's like RoboCop 3 when they took the Ed 209 and the little girl's like, I'm gonna make him loyal as a puppy. Like, what the fuck? Now they have those nurses that are in a pose, and if you get near them, they move. I will say that worked better in the first movie. Like the first movie, I get a mixed on because there's elements that I think work well, like the scene where Rhoda Mitchell's going through these nurses. Well, that sounds wrong. She has to move around these nurses that will move and try to kill you. It's just there's certain stuff that just bud the fuck out of me with that. Oh, this idea that these guys could just fucking. Well, he got his ass killed there, but they literally can just. Well, now we got a 3D thing going through the goggles. Well, they kill these two guys, so they're not really pushovers, but. Why the fuck did you take them there in the first place in the middle of these 8 fucking killer nurses? I know you were told to, but you could do the shit in the fucking hallway. Like, why did you need to do it in that room? Was there a really specific reason why it had to be that specific room? You don't have any other room other than this room with 8 fucking nurses ready to chop you to pieces? You dumb fucks. Dumbasses. And I mean, it's in. I mean, they had this in the first movie too. It's a nice idea that you can't make noises or quick movements, otherwise, they'll find you and kill you. But yeah, I think it was done better in the first movie. I'll give you that. The thing that bugged me in the first movie too was in the game, the lead guy, it was a guy who was a lead. And for some fuck, well, the reason being, well, a guy looking for his daughter doesn't have as much impact as a mom looking for her daughter, so we had to change it to a mother. What an arbitrary bullshit reason Christoph Gans for the first movie. Because you could have had fucking Thomas Jane or someone else in the lead in the first movie. And I would much prefer that than this, you know. And like Rhoda Mitchell wasn't bad, but I'm like, oh, that just thing. I'm trying to think of like another game. Well, even Resident Evil. Like, it can't be even Chris or Jill. You have to have a brand new fucking character be the lead. For some stupid reason. And Resident Evil 1 is one of those things where I don't love it, I don't hate it, it's mixed. And yes, the best Resident Evil movie compared to the sequels. Even the original Mortal Kombat movie, they used the characters like Liu Kang, Johnny Cage, Goro. At least they used the fucking characters. You think Paul Walter Anderson would understand it because he did both of those movies, Mortal Kombat and Resident Evil. But hey, here's this girl's gonna be my wife, so in order to get some poontang pie, she's gotta be the lead in every fucking movie I do now. Even the Three Musketeers movie, she was the lead, Mila Jovovich. Okay, getting back to Silent Hill. Revelation. They probably knew they couldn't call it Silent Hill 2 because people thought, oh, it's gonna be. Nope, it's not gonna be the Silent Hill 2 game. It's not gonna be based on that. You could still do a movie based on Silent Hill 4 The Room. You just call it. Well, you can't call it The Room because you think of Tommy Wiseau, but you could make Silent Hill 4 The Room a direct-to-video movie. You could afford it because you're in one room. There's portals that open up. You would need like a subway station, a forest, some dressed-up settings for the other world. You could do it. Just call Silent Hill The Room. So now her and the boyfriend, I don't know his fucking name, the boyfriend, are in a carnival again. And no, this is not a good adaptation of Silent Hill 3. And actually, I should show those since fuck what's going on screen. And find the fucking things. More of those rabbits, because he's gotta have his fucking fetish. I get it, you love the rabbits. I'm trying to remember where the hell I put those. How did I put them? I know I have them. I'm trying to remember where the hell I put them. Give a fuck what this guy's saying. I haven't even shut the fuck up. Might have it over there because. Where the fuck did I put it? Yeah, I put it over here. Okay. I set out some games I wanted to play sometime. I'm trying to find where did I put. Trying to find where the hell I put this shit. Sorry I'm not on screen, but I'm here in spirit still watching this bullshit. On a fucking carousel. The hell? And you got the fucking Ring of Fire again. Should just go fuck you, bitch. Punch her in the fucking face. God damn it. Punch the shit out of her. The fuck? I cannot find the fucking thing now.
They say you are.
I can't find my fucking Silent Hill 3 game. What the fuck? Where the fuck is my Silent Hill 3 game? Now I'm getting pissed. I had the fucking game. Where the fuck is it? Okay, here it is. I was gonna say, I'm gonna be pissed. Fuck, now I'm doing this. Where the hell is my Silent Hill 4 game? Hug it out, man. Hug it out. Hug the shit out, man. Hug her to death. Literally just hugging it to death. Hug it out all night long. Hug it out. Hug it out all night long. Hug the shit. Hug it. Hug it. Hug it out. Hug it. Hug the shit. That's all you did. You hugged it out. The power of hug. Power of hugs. I'm glad I'm doing something else. Power of fucking hugs compel you. May the power of hug compel you. May the power of hugs compel you. Can't find my fucking Silent Hill 4 game now. What the fuck? Goddamn power of hugs. Fucking hugs. May the power of hugs compel you. I did not. Come on, where the fuck is my Silent Hill 4 game now? God damn it. You fucking serious? Oh, you gotta be shitting my fucking britches, man. I cannot find my goddamn Silent Hill 4 game. You know what? I'm thinking it was fucking scratch and I had to get rid of it, and now I'm pissed because I don't have the fucking game. So now I'm even more pissed at this movie because inadvertently I feel like it. Sorry about that, folks. Power of fucking hug, but there's the first game I have, the third game, and the second game. And apparently I don't have the fourth game. So fuck, maybe after this I'll say fucking pick up all those games. I don't know. God damn it. Pissed. Literally the whole fucking thing was hugging it out. That's all I missed when I was doing that bullshit. Hug it out in a ring of fire. Hugging it out. Power of hugs. The dad's there, the boyfriend's there, Carrie Ann Moss is there, our lead's there. His blood will feed the newborn God. Oh yeah? There's what I think about your destiny. Jesus Christ. Cleanse your asshole, please, with a big ol' enema. That's what this movie needs. One big enema. Just punch her in the tits. I know what's coming. I remember this now from 6 years ago. Her guardian. Yeah, Tyrion Moss touches that seal, and she's really that Cenobite bitch. I don't know. It makes me think of that one Cenobite and well, some of the Cenobites. That's the one we've been seeing a while. Now we do a fucking fight between Pyramid Head and Cenobite bitch. Jesus Christ. Like, the Matrix film must be like, well, we need a fight scene, we need action, because Resident Evil has those, the movies. And hey, it would be cool if Pyramid Head fought. No, I don't know if anyone's ever thought that. Fucking WWF match. And you made Pyramid Head looking like a bitch right now. Cold cocked in the chin. Cuts her head off. For 3D. I mean, just this ending. It's. I hug it out with my evil form. With the power of hug, I stop her. And I call my buddy Pyramid Head this cut this lady bitch's head off. I seriously got a headache now.
I'm gonna find your mother. Save my life. Rose is the treasures. I'm gonna find her. Let me help you find her. I promise you, you're safe and come back. This is my task. Learn what you had to do. I want you to be free. I understand why I have to do this.
That seems like the more interesting movie. Okay, Sean Bean playing this character as the lead, I would be open to. Just not as the Hitcher, and the shitty remake of the Hitcher. But as the lead in this kind of movie, I'd be open to. So are they leaving it up to be kind of a weird version of Silent Hill 2 game? Because that was about a guy looking for his wife. Granted, that when it was his dead wife. And he's like, is she dead? So now he's in Silent Hill looking for his wife. I didn't. Did they think the third film was going to be this weird version of Silent Hill 2 where it stars Sean Bean? So she walks out with her boyfriend that she met a couple hours ago. I don't give a fuck anymore, man. Pissed off. Pissed off I don't have my Sound 04 game. Pissed off at this fucking movie again. I think this trucker is supposed to be an ode to Silent Hill Origins because, yeah, I think Travis. I think that's supposed to be the lead in Silent Hill Origins. I believe that's the case. I could be wrong, but I believe that's the case. That's supposed to be Silent Hill Origins guy. And then I guess this cop with this bus, that's supposed to be another Silent Hill game, like Downpour or Home. Like, was it Downpour or something? So, like, at the end, let's just throw a bunch of fucking references for fans. Even though we took a shit on the story and everything else. Here's some references to other games. We could make so many sequels. We could have the father looking for his wife in Silent Hill 2. We could have Downpour. I think that's the one with the bus. We could have, there's the guy of Silent Hill Origins. So really, this is an hour and 27 minutes and just 7 minutes of fucking credits. Produced by Samuel Hadida. He probably didn't see a fucking thing in this movie. Don Carmody, producer, fuck you. Executive producer Victor Hadida. Probably didn't see a damn thing in this movie. Based on a game created by Konami. Yeah. Supposedly. Fuck this goddamn song. I don't give a fuck about your goddamn song. I'm just watching the credits just to look at the people whose ass I need to kick. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back style. No, not really. It's just a movie. Mr. X ain't. You did a shitty job on the visual effects. Paul Jones' makeup and creature effects. Yeah. Didn't even have much. Oh my god, man. Adelaide Clemens, I guess that was the lead girl's name. Deborah Kara Unger. And that was then the mom that we saw in the first movie. The mom of Alessa. And Malcolm McDowell. With Carrie-Anne Moss. Why did he have two ands? You said and Malcolm McDowell with Carrie-Anne Moss and Sean Bean. Why did you need two ands? Blah blah and then with and then and again. You can't even do the credits right. You have two ands. A Silent Hill 2 DCP? Bullshit. There's nothing to do with Silent Hill 2. I know what. Michael J. Bassett. Okay. You fucked up, man. Yeah, Basset Hound to go roam up your ass to find the talent that apparently you. Oh, you wrote it too? Michael J. Bassett. God. If you own a Basset Hound, you run away because your lack of talent. I don't care if I'm being mean. Making this movie is fucking mean. All these fucking stunts, and I barely remember any fucking stunts in the movie. But yeah, all these fucking stunt people. Crew, production, storyboard artists. Camera trainees? 4 people, huh? You had 4 people to train to use a camera? It's part of a fucking filmmaking school project? Strip supervisor? Lisa Berling, you might as well just take in that fucking strip, put it in a fucking fire. Assistant to Mr. Bean. I'm sorry, just the fact it says Mr. Bean. I know it's been Sean Bean, but I just think of the other, Mr. Bean. Craft service company, Star Grazing. Star Grazing? That's the name of your food company? Painters? Well, yeah, okay, I guess sets need painting. Carpenters. I give credit to those people. They're just doing a job. It's not their fault. They're just, hey, you tell us what to do, we do it. So, they did what they were supposed to do. That's mainly Michael J. fucking Bassett wrote and directed this. Who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is that he gets the ability to direct a fucking Silent Hill movie? Who the fuck is Bassett? Who the fuck is that? Change a couple words, it'd be bastard. Michael J. Bastard. Pipeline supervisor, yeah. Movie can shut his pipe hole and smoke you. Effects animations, well, you all failed. Lighting, great, you have 7 people for lighting. To make it look like a fucking music video. All these fucking effects guys for shitty effects. Do you just not have the money, or you just didn't give a fuck? You're being mean. You know what? This fucking home again. It killed the franchise of movies. It was so fucking bad. After the mixed things of the first film, you can improve on, and instead you went the opposite way of suckage. There's a lot of good stories you could tell movie wise with Silent Hill, and you fucked it up. All the Silent Hill movies we could have gotten. You do this shit bad of a movie. Shot on location, Ontario, Canada. Copyright 2012. Then guys in Technicolor. Cinespace. Silent Hill 2 DCP Inc. Fuck you. Suck my dick, man. Suck my dick. You piece of shit. Fuck is this? Last shot of Pyramid Head? Hey, Pyramid Head's in the movie. Automatically, that's good. No, it's not. That's Silent Hill Revelation. I don't know what the fuck else to tell you. At the end of the day, piss poor attempt at adaptation. No glimpse of ambiance, atmosphere, creep factor, building of suspense. Bunch of random shitty exposition scenes. Piss poor script. Weak ass as to the stratosphere ending of a fucking WWF match between Pyramid Head, who's now a Guardian, which completely misses the entire fucking point of what Pyramid Head was in the game, which wasn't even in this game. And Carrie Ann Moss. Take characters from the game, you do nothing with them and kill them off in 5 minutes. You add in stupid boyfriend characters, more exposition, uh, weak ass visuals and special effects, stupid 3D bullshit that no one gave a shit about, weak ass story, no suspense, no scares, crap visuals, a writer director with no talent. I'm sorry, there's nothing in this movie that shows any talent. And they did not play the games. They maybe saw some clips on YouTube. That's all I could guess. Silent Hill 3, they saw some clips on YouTube, and the director has a fucking fetish for that bunny. That pink bunny. Maybe think of Dartman. Give me the pink elephant. I got nothing else to say. Really, all at the end of the day, this makes me want to go out and buy those fucking Silent Hill games that I don't have. So, I'll wait for the best time until they're cheaper, but yeah. Fuck this movie. It could go to hell.